Hello, how's it going? Let's talk frankly this morning. If your mornings, and I think we both know exactly what I mean, are no longer what they used to be, and you feel that vitality, that spark from before, has simply faded away, you need to lean in and listen closely. You're already pouring that first cup of coffee, right? It's your ritual, your fuel. But what if I told you that adding just a few simple, natural ingredients to that same cup could fundamentally transform it? It could turn a basic wake-up drink into a powerful elixir that optimizes blood flow and sustains energy, truly supporting your vitality throughout the day. And yes, even those reliable morning situations you might be missing. I'm Frank Suárez, and today we're pulling back the curtain. I'll show you the 5 simple additions you can put in your coffee, and I promise that by the end of this video, you'll see your coffee maker with completely new eyes. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment from where you're watching, so you can appear in the next video. Also, consider making a donation using the Thanks button below the video to help the medical community provide more free content. In my years studying metabolism and health, I've spoken with thousands of men like you. I've heard the concerns, seen the frustration in their eyes, diagnosed problems in countless people. And what I've learned is this: sometimes the most potent and transformative solutions aren't hidden behind a prescription. They're often right there waiting for you in your kitchen cabinet. The loss of that confidence, that vigor, isn't just a number. It deeply affects our quality of life, our happiness, and our sense of independence. It's a feeling that the body no longer responds like it used to, and that, my friend, can be profoundly discouraging. But it doesn't have to be a final verdict. Healthy aging is possible, and it starts with small adjustments. Let's talk straight about black coffee. I love it, of course. It's that cardiovascular kick that wakes up your brain and gives you that undeniable mental edge. But here's the brutal truth about plain black coffee. Especially after we hit 50. It's a boom and bust machine. It gives you that big hit, your heart races, your brain lights up, and then, inevitably, you crash. By 10 a.m., you're desperately reaching for that second cup, fighting that dreaded morning fog. This isn't sustainable wellness. It's just a temporary patch that ultimately leaves you more exhausted and dependent. We need a strategy that supports us all day, not just the first hour. And here's the core of the problem. That caffeine roller coaster does absolutely nothing to address the deeper age-related issues, the ones that really matter for male performance and overall well-being. Your testosterone, though we don't want to admit it out loud, is in a gentle but steady decline. Your blood vessels are becoming stiffer and less flexible, a condition doctors call endothelial dysfunction. This means the ignition isn't as quick or firm as it used to be. It's a natural biological process, yes, but that doesn't mean we can't do anything about it. The key lies in nutrition and healthy habits. And here's the boss of all problems: your body's natural production of nitric oxide. It's the absolute master switch for blood flow, and for those reliable morning erections that are a sign of good cardiovascular health. It's the molecule that tells your arteries to relax and open up, but this production is plummeting. That quick caffeine hit from coffee is like putting a small Band-Aid on a deep, open wound. It's temporary. It's masking the underlying issues of circulation and hormonal health. We're not getting to the root of the matter. We urgently need to stop using coffee as a mere alarm clock and start using it for what it can be: a delivery vehicle for nutrients. A carrier for the premium fuel your body now requires to maintain health, vitality, and independence in your later years. Think of it this way: your body after 50 is like a classic, high-performance machine. Would you put cheap, regular gas in a vintage collector sports car? Of course not. You know it needs the best. So why treat your body with less respect? It deserves the finest fuel for quality longevity. My mission here isn't to replace medications or promise overnight miracle cures. My mission is to help you optimize the incredible potential your own body still possesses. What I'm sharing today is based on a strategy we could call vascular and metabolic vigor. It directly focuses on improving blood flow, supporting your hormonal system, and enhancing cellular health from the inside out. It's about empowering your body to do what it already knows how to do, but giving it the right tools it may have lost over time or due to poor nutrition. The beauty of all this is that you can transform your coffee routine, that habit you already have ingrained, into a simple, daily, proactive act of self-care. And the best part? You'll do it using ingredients you probably already have, or can easily find in any supermarket. It's not about complicating life, believe me. It's about making your existing habit work smarter, not harder. We're talking about implementing real, sustainable, healthy habits that integrate seamlessly into your daily life without added stress. I want you to understand the gravity of what we're discussing, but also the hope. In my years of practice, I've had deep, honest conversations with men from all walks of life, and they all agree. The loss of reliable performance, the constant energy dip, the lack of that spark, it all takes a profound toll on a man's dignity, his confidence, and his emotional connection with his partner. It's not just a physical issue, it's a deep emotional one that directly impacts your quality of life and happiness. So let's get to it. We're going to turn that morning cup of coffee into your daily power-up for wellness and well-being. Get ready. We're counting down the 5 essential ingredients you can literally add to your coffee starting tomorrow. These aren't internet rumors. Everything I share is backed by research. If this idea is already resonating with you and you feel like it's for you, how about giving me a like right now? It helps get this health message to more people who need it. Number 5. The Spice Rack Regulator, cinnamon. And look, I'm not talking about dumping half a jar of that stuff you put on French toast. We're talking 1/4 to half a teaspoon. But here's the crucial distinction, and I want you to pay close attention because this is vital for your health. You should try to find Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes labeled as true cinnamon. It's a bit more expensive, but absolutely necessary for safe daily use. The common cinnamon you find in supermarkets, the cheaper variety, is cassia. What's the problem with cassia? It has very high levels of a compound called coumarin. If you take it daily, coumarin can be quite hard on your liver. And believe me, in our later years, we need our liver functioning perfectly for good longevity and proper processing. Ceylon cinnamon, on the other hand, is gentle, far more potent in its benefits, and completely safe for daily use. Don't gamble with your liver. Invest in Ceylon. The biological explanation is simple and straightforward. Blood flow, but through an indirect pathway. Cinnamon is nature's incredible blood sugar regulator. Multiple serious studies have shown it can drastically reduce fasting blood sugar levels. Why is this so important for male performance and healthy aging? Because high erratic blood sugar, even if you're not diabetic, is like sandpaper scraping the inside of your arteries. This awful process is called glycation. Excess sugar literally caramelizes and destroys those tiny microscopic blood vessels, thinner than a human hair. And guess what? Those are the first and most critical ones to deliver blood flow to the areas needed for performance. Ceylon cinnamon's polyphenols smooth all this out, helping keep your blood sugar levels stable, which means less arterial damage and therefore better, more reliable blood flow where it counts most. It's a positive domino effect for your health. Now, let's talk about the emotional effect and how it impacts your daily quality of life. Plain coffee gives you that jittery spike, that anxious energy jolt. Cinnamon wonderfully slows the caffeine absorption in your system just a bit. The result? It delivers much more balanced, smooth, and sustainable energy throughout the day. Men tell me they feel less anxious, without the jitters or nervousness. And most importantly, without that desperate need for a second or third cup mid-morning. It gives you stability. And let's be practical. The flavor adds a delicious touch. It makes your coffee taste like a cozy, sophisticated drink you'd pay top dollar for at a luxury cafe. Cinnamon, often combined with coffee, has been used for centuries in Mexican and Middle Eastern cultures. They discovered the wellness benefits long before we had fancy labs to prove it. It's a return to the basics, to healthy habits that have worked for generations, supporting an active mind and a stable body. Number 4. The Natural Nitric Oxide Booster, Unsweetened Cocoa Powder. Forget the sugary hot chocolate from your childhood. That's poison. We're talking pure, dark cocoa powder, unsweetened. The kind so nutrient-rich it's almost black. Just 1 teaspoon, well stirred into your cup. You'll be amazed at how much this simple addition does for your overall well-being and cardiovascular system. It's one of the best-kept secrets for male vitality. Why pure cocoa? It's an absolute powerhouse of flavonoids, specifically loaded with compounds with complicated names like epicatechin and catechin. Those names don't matter as much as their function. These flavonoids do something absolutely critical for your cardiovascular health, and of course, for your performance. They directly boost your body's own nitric oxide production. They give your system the raw materials to manufacture more of this miracle molecule. I can't overstate how important this is for men's health. As I told you earlier, nitric oxide is the master switch. It's the signaling molecule that tells the smooth muscle tissue in your blood vessels, your body's plumbing, to fully relax and open wide. When that happens, it creates a massive influx of blood. When you're young, your body produces NO in abundance. But after 50, that production can drop dramatically, by 50% or more. Boosting NO naturally is like finding and restoring that rusty master switch. A study published in the Journal of Hypertension showed that men who consumed flavonoid-rich cocoa daily had significant improvements in blood flow, comparable even to some prescription medications, but without any of the nasty side effects. We're talking a measured 30% improvement in arterial dilation and opening. It's real, measurable change. Are you starting to see the incredible power you have tucked away in your own kitchen? If so, drop a comment below. I love reading your experiences and knowing this info is helping. But cocoa doesn't just work on the physical body. It also works on keeping an active, positive mind. Pure cocoa contains natural compounds like anandamide, often called the bliss molecule. It's the same chemical your body produces when you're deeply in love, and also phenylethylamine, a natural antidepressant. So you're not just supporting your body, you're literally helping your head get in the game. And we know half of performance and happiness is mental, right? The practical application is frankly delicious. It turns your standard morning coffee into an intense, guilt-free, sugar-free mocha. If you find pure cocoa too bitter for your taste, no problem. Just add a tiny touch of a natural, zero-sugar sweetener like stevia or monk fruit. But remember, please don't use the sugary hot chocolate mix from the supermarket. That defeats the whole purpose by spiking your blood sugar and undoing the wonderful work the cinnamon is already doing. Number 3. The Andean adaptogen, maca powder. This one's a bit more exotic, but stick with me because it's fundamental for longevity and energy. Maca root has been a staple food and medicine in the high, cold mountains of the Peruvian Andes for thousands of years. Inca warriors used it for strength and stamina. Down there, they call it natural Viagra, though it's important to understand it doesn't work like Viagra at all. It works sustainably and deeply. What makes maca unique? It grows above 14,000 feet, over 4,000 meters, in extreme weather conditions. Icy winds, intense sun, rocky soil. This makes the root incredibly resilient, and to survive, it's packed with an impressive density of nutrients. It's loaded with 19 different amino acids, plus essential vitamins and minerals. It's the very definition of a superfood that promotes overall body health and resilience. The biological explanation is fascinating. Hormonal support. Maca is an adaptogen, and that's a key word in healthy aging. An adaptogen means it helps your body adapt to stress, whether physical from exercise or mental from worries, while maintaining healthy hormonal balance. Crucially, maca doesn't add hormones to your body. It helps your body produce more of its own naturally. It seems to work directly on the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, the master controllers of your entire hormonal system. A key 2009 study found that men who took 2.4 grams, about a teaspoon, of maca daily for 12 weeks reported significant improvements in both desire and overall performance compared to the placebo group. And since it's supporting your body's natural production and balance, the effects build slowly and sustainably over time. It's not a sudden jolt that fades. It's a solid foundation for your well-being. The emotional effect is actually what most men notice first, even before the physical changes. It's not immediate. It's a deep, growing sense of mental clarity, focus, and renewed motivation. One of my patients, a 54-year-old teacher, described it perfectly. "Frank, it was like someone flipped the lights back on upstairs. Suddenly, everything felt clearer, and I had the desire to live again." That restored sense of self, that happiness and dignity, it's priceless. Number 2, the essential hormone builder, coconut oil, or even better, MCT oil, medium-chain triglycerides. I know exactly what you're thinking. Oil in my coffee? Have you lost your mind, Frank? Yes, oil in coffee. And it's an absolute game changer for your energy and hormonal health. When you blend, and the key word is blend or froth, just a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT into your hot coffee, it creates a rich, full-bodied, wonderfully creamy drink that keeps you satisfied and energized for hours. The science here is simple, but vital for men's health. Testosterone, the queen hormone of masculinity, is made from cholesterol and fats. If you've spent the last few decades blindly following low-fat diet advice, as we were mistakenly told for so long, it's very possible you've been accidentally starving your body, depriving it of the essential raw materials it desperately needs to manufacture hormones. Coconut oil and MCT oil provide these healthy fats efficiently. Unlike other fats, MCTs, medium-chain triglycerides found in coconut oil, are processed differently. They go straight to the liver and convert immediately into ketone energy instead of being stored. It's like premium jet fuel for your brain and body. One study found that men consuming MCTs had measurably higher testosterone levels than those consuming other fats. You're literally feeding your body the building blocks it needs to produce more of its own precious testosterone. We're almost at number 1, the most potent. If you're learning something valuable today that could change your quality of life, I ask that you don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's free, and it helps me keep creating this content. The emotional effect of adding this healthy fat is sustained clarity. This is the real secret behind the famous bulletproof coffee trend. The fat content in the coffee dramatically slows caffeine absorption in your system. Instead of that chaotic energy spike and inevitable crash, you get a steady, smooth release of energy that lasts for hours, and incredible mental sharpness. No more 10 a.m. brain fog, no more desperate hunt for a sugary snack. This sustained energy gives you a sense of control and mental acuity that directly boosts your confidence and independence. The practical application is crucial. The texture trick. You have to blend it. You can't just stir. If you only stir with a spoon, it'll leave an unappealing oil slick on top. But if you use a cheap electric milk frother, an immersion blender, or even a regular blender, it emulsifies in 15 seconds. The result is a creamy texture, almost like a latte that tastes amazing and keeps you full and satisfied until lunch, helping you better manage your daily eating. And number 1, the rocket fuel for circulation, ginger. This is the final ingredient, and in my opinion, perhaps the most underrated of all. Whether you use a thin slice of freshly grated ginger, which is ideal, or just a quarter teaspoon of the powdered version, this is pure rocket fuel for your circulation and hormonal health. The gingerols and shogals, the active compounds in ginger, are among nature's most potent anti-inflammatories. And what's most important for us, potent vasodilators, meaning they open up blood vessels. Here's the truly fascinating and lesser-known part. Scientific studies suggest ginger can actively increase testosterone levels by protecting your testes from something called oxidative stress. Think about it for a second. Your testes, the factories of your masculinity, are constantly under attack from heat, from sitting all day, from modern life stress, and from your body's normal metabolic byproducts. Ginger acts as a protective shield for these critical production centers, maintaining an optimal environment for health. A notable 2012 study, though conducted on men with fertility issues, showed an incredible 17.7% increase in testosterone levels after just 3 months of daily ginger supplements. Researchers believe ginger works in part by boosting luteinizing hormone, the molecule that travels from the brain and signals the testes to produce more. This is key for long-term men's health and combating healthy aging effects. The practical application and necessary warning. A 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder is more than enough, or a thin slice of fresh ginger. It adds a spicy, invigorating kick to your coffee. Fair warning, ginger can be intense for sensitive stomachs, especially on an empty one, so always start small. Plus, it can slightly thin the blood, so if you're already on prescription blood thinners like warfarin, please talk to your doctor before adding ginger to your daily routine. All right, Frank, you're probably thinking, seriously? Am I supposed to turn my kitchen into a mad scientist's lab every morning? That sounds exhausting and complicated. And I get it, absolutely not. The goal here is optimization, not complication. The #1 key to making these healthy habits stick and work is simplicity and consistency. So I propose a quick start plan. Buy the 3 easiest powdered ingredients: Ceylon cinnamon, unsweetened cocoa powder, and maca powder. Mix equal parts of the 3 in a glass jar. Keep it right by your coffee maker. Every morning, just scoop a teaspoon of that pre-made mix into your cup before pouring the hot coffee. Done. That's it. It literally takes 5 seconds. With that simple teaspoon, you get 3 major benefits: blood sugar regulation, cinnamon; nitric oxide boost, cocoa; and hormonal support, maca. It's the perfect starter combo to begin feeling the wellness benefits without feeling overwhelmed. Or even better, I propose a 30-day approach. You don't need to add all 5 ingredients on day 1. Your body needs time to adapt, respond, and truly benefit. So start small. Pick just 1 ingredient right now. I personally recommend starting with just Ceylon cinnamon because it's super easy, tastes great, and its blood sugar benefits are universal. Commit to adding it every morning for the next 30 days. Keep a little journal on your phone or a note on the fridge. Each day, rate your energy from 1 to 10. Jot down your mood, your focus, and yes, those morning situations. I bet you'll notice a difference. Gentlemen, please hear me when I say this. If you're struggling with energy, performance, or just not feeling like your vital, strong, former self, you're not alone. This is a natural part of the aging process, but it's not a final sentence. The media, the commercials, they want you to believe that over 50, your only options are expensive pills, complicated treatments, or surgeries. That's simply not true. What we've discussed today isn't a temporary patch. It's about honoring your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive in this new, wonderful phase of life. It's about reclaiming control and independence. Your morning coffee doesn't have to be a mindless, automatic habit. It can be a deliberate, powerful, daily act of reclaiming your vitality, health, and happiness. These 5 ingredients, cinnamon, cocoa, maca, coconut/MCT oil, and ginger, are your natural allies in the fight against age-related decline. They're backed by science, supported by tradition, and proven by real men. You still have the power to experience amazing things. Your body is still capable of astonishing performance. Sometimes it just needs a little concentrated, natural fuel from your own kitchen. So tomorrow morning, when you're brewing your coffee, remember this conversation. And now I ask you, which of these changes do you feel could make the biggest difference in your day? Drop a comment below and tell me which of the 5 ingredients you're going to try first in your personal 30-day experiment. Your choice could inspire another man who's on the fence. If this information helped you, if it gave you hope, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I share real health and wellness strategies for the later years every week. And make sure to watch this next video popping up on your screen right now. It's loaded with vital info to complement what we learned today. Until next time, take care.